coming. Happy Juneteenth. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful holiday, and just a perfect time to celebrate with this opera that we're going to be putting on this evening. When I think of freedom, I can think of nothing better than the arts to just really reflect just what freedom is. So I'm excited that we're doing this tonight. I just think it's very, very, very fitting. So my name is Lori. I've been part of the Trilogy Opera Company now as a board member for quite some time. It's been a journey of love, and it's just been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot, and hoping that you all will enjoy this and also learn something tonight. So as Kevin said, we have Marky Crawford, who's a historian, and then Mr. Richard Wesley, who is a librettist. He writes the librettos of various operas. He didn't do the one for this evening, but he's been part of our team now for several of our productions. So I'm just going to ask a few questions and before we get started with the actual performance. All right. So I'm going to start with you, Ms. Crawford. So tell us a little bit about yourself. From what do you do? How did you get to be involved with us? That kind of thing.
Thank you, Lori. I am not a historian. I am married to a historian. I am a law librarian, and today I am the Associate Director of the Rutgers Law Library of Newark. I am responsible for the stewardship of more than 1 million volumes. And I can't tell you the number of bytes that I am responsible for, but I'm responsible for more than 300 databases that provide access to law library users within the Rutgers community, as well as the faculty. Most importantly, the 3 largest legal databases in the world are Westlaw, Lexis, Hein Online. Since 1974, I have been responsible for curating online catalog information and helping Westlaw, Lexis, and Hein Online to improve the user experience.
Wow. I don't want to digress, but they say that the AI data centers are the new libraries. Did you know that?
So
That's where all the data is, but that's a different subject, different day. We'll talk about that another time.
I don't want to digress either, but I have used automation since 1974.
Yeah. So in all your curating and what have you found, or what do you think the social climate was like when Mr. Dunbar was born and growing up?
So that's a fantastic question. When Paul Lawrence Dunbar was born, my grandmother, who reared me in Mississippi, was born April 26, 1900, and she never forgot her birthday. She forgot other things, but not the day she was born. So she taught students, including myself, poems by Paul Lawrence Dunbar. So what I remember was that Paul Lawrence Dunbar was used to educate males in the Black Baptist Methodist denomination. Those were the two largest denominations. So a part of the curriculum included learning the works of Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Paul Lawrence Dunbar was our hero. And so males in our family went into the classroom and they taught students, particularly males, about other males. So he was our hero.
I enjoy just piggybacking that a little bit of personal testament. I first learned about Paul Lawrence Dunbar from my mother because she used a Paul Lawrence Dunbar poem to get my brother and me out of bed in the morning when we didn't want to get up and go to school. Lies, lies, bless the Lord. If you don't get out of bed, you're scam, then you're gonna be trouble in this scam. That was my first introduction to Paul Lawrence Dunbar.
What would you say would be those kids that was challenged? He didn't live long, but you know, what do you think he was challenged by the most with respect to his writing?
Having to explain on a daily basis that he was a peer of Byron Longfellow and others who were of European descent who didn't have to explain, I'm not a mistake, I'm not an odd phenomenon, I am normal. I grew up with Alexander Pope, and I learned some time ago that Pope frequented Jefferson's home. And in frequenting for the young man who was growing up in the chambers in the Teller's home, Pope was his norm. Well, Pope was my great-great-great-great-great-grandmother's norm. And William Radberry, who worked for the Washington Post in 1964,
Right.
frequently cited Pope, but like Paul Lawrence Dunbar, he wore a mask, and so William would say in his column that he was talking to the cab driver, and the cab driver quoted Pope.
Wow. You know, this production tonight is titled The Mask. So, Mr. Wesley, somebody that writes the letters and the importance of the words, you know, that are sung or not. You just kind of speak to number one. I'm assuming that everybody here are opera goers, but maybe just talk a little bit about libretto, you know, what the purpose of it is, and then, you know, what we should be listening for when we're listening to poignant pieces like this.
Well, a lot of times it depends on the opera itself. Many operas are, or opera librettos, are adaptations of plays, stage plays. Sometimes a play is abbreviated and distilled down to its bare essence, because everything has to be musicalized, and in a situation like that, if you have a 2-hour play, you're very likely to have as much as a 4-hour, 5-hour, even 6-hour opera. So a lot of times, you know, a libretto will be a distillation of that source material. In other cases where it's an original work, then the writer may be thinking in terms of developing the literature in a way that it can be musicalized or attacked by the composer in a very easy fashion. Words whose construct lends itself to the needs of a composer who's trying to develop a melody or a rhythm even. So you can, which is sort of like what I did. Because I did the libretto for Papa Doc, for Dorothy Rudmore, and Five with Anthony. And in both those cases, I was taking original material, researched material. And so I'm being very careful in which lines, or how I'm going to construct the lines, because I'm thinking about how Anthony Davis, how Dorothy Rudmore are going to have to work with that material when they're trying to develop the melody and everything like that. So you're constantly, you're trying to imagine what those words are going to sound like once they're musicalized. And you're trying as close as possible to create a structure on the page that a composer can look at and be inspired by. So you try to write out a roadmap. And in my case, I generally tended to try to write a one-act play because I knew once, if I write something that can, that as a stage work would run roughly 1 hour, then if it's musicalized, it's going to be 2 hours, 2.5 hours in length, which is an appropriate amount of time for an audience.
Good. Thank you, Ms. Wesley. Looking at our opera based on true history, it's just important to know that the words are true, they've been researched.
Yes.
No matter which production you're doing, these are based on facts and a lot of research, so that makes me feel good when we're sitting up here. So we're going to wrap up so you guys can really get on with the performance. But is there anything, I'll leave the last to Ms. Roman, that you would like our folks to walk away with in terms of when they think of Mr. Dunbar, what do you want them to think about?
History is the birth of our future. Paul paved the way for me to enter the University of Mississippi in 1967. So when you watch sports, you're watching my history. When you hear Eli Manning, when you hear Peyton Manning, that is your future, but it's also my history that I walked William Faulkner's path and experienced. William Faulkner was deceased when I entered the university, but I had the privilege of having William Faulkner's sister as my special collection library.
Wow, awesome. So with that, I'm going to you guys are ready for the presentation performance. Hope you learned a lot. I have. Thank you, Mr. Crawford. Thank you, Mr. President, and enjoy it. And thank you all again for coming so much.
True story, a tragic story of a black poet, Paul Laurence Dunbar, the son of freed slaves. He rose from poverty to fame, here and abroad. Nurtured by his mother, he fought his demons throughout his short life. Also lost his soul. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next guest, Mr. Paul Laurence Dunbar, who will read from his latest collection of poems.
Go away and quit that noise, Miss Lucy. Put that music book away. What's the use to keep on trying? If you practice 'twill you're great. You can't stop no notes of flying, like the ones that rant and rings. From the kitchen to the big woods, when Melindy sings. You ain't got the natural organs for to make the sound come right. You ain't got the turns and twisters to make it sweet and light. Tell you one thing now, Miss Lucy, and I'm telling you for true. When it comes to right singing, t'ain't no easy thing to do.
Across all nations, dare I speak to
Alice Ruth Moore publishes a short story. Didn't I see her at my poetry reading? Yes, hesitant, shy, but radiant, standing at the back. I should write to her. She seems to have some talent and she is so beautiful. She is so beautiful. I should meet her, get to know her. Who knows where it might lead? We have literature in common, a bond that may lead to a sweet romantic dalliance. sends me her photograph, which I adore, but taunts me with indifference and silence. Countless months go by. I can't stand it. I am maddened with suspicion and jealousy and desire. I shall proclaim my love in a forthright manner. Better reject it forever than move to be rejected. interest me. I opened the volume and saw the face of a Negro with the race traits strongly accented, the black skin, the woolly hair, the thick appealing lips, and the soft mild eyes of the pure African type, and poet indeed. You mean he's literate, educated, whatever next? You can't be serious. The poet, about 20 years old, he would have been worth, upon his literary gifts, $1,500 under the auctioneer's hammer. Into the simple, sensuous, joyful nature of his race. He has brought us nearer to the primitive human nature in his race and anyone else. Mr. Dunbar writes literary English when he is least himself.
I write English as well as any man, as well as any man. I am to write only dialect poetry? Never. I shall demand the recognition I desire. I will gain my rightful place in the land of literature. Dear Mr. Howells, let me thank you from the very depth of my heart. turns into burden, too old and heavy for my heart to bear. Beware the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. That we pay to human guile. With torn and bleeding hearts we smile. Unrolled with myriad subtleties. Why should the world be great and wise in counting all our tears and sighs? Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. We smile, but oh, great Christ, our Christ, to thee with tortured souls arise. We sing, but oh, the clay is vile beneath our feet and along the mile. But let the world dream otherwise.
me, is Alice going to be here? Did she answer your invitation? I must see her before I go to London.
I don't know, she didn't reply. So many sweethearts, what makes this little Creole so special? Was I not good enough for you? Did you romance her the way you romance me?
Do not mock me, nor her. This passion is real, I tell you.
The passion you feel is for your word, and perhaps for your mother. No flesh and blood woman could ever take poultry's place.
You must be Victoria.
You must be Alice. I'm so glad that you could come at such short notice.
I simply had to meet home. I wouldn't miss it for anything.
For anything.
Yes, he has been writing to me. We have been writing to each other such intense letters.
Really? That's just like him.
Besides, he offered to help me in my career. All done by writing. Together we can. Oh, is it all over there?
Alice,
Oh.
my heart's desire, you are just as I expected. Finally, I meet you before I sail to England. They saw love and demand my poetry.
And at last we meet the wrong, my strengthly fingers poet. Oh, shall be my husband. I care not for the rumors. They say he drinks too much. They say he loves many other women. I care not, for Paul shall be my husband. We shall be redeemed by love. Love him as I love
I have loved you since the first time I saw you. Tomorrow I sail to England. Make my life complete. Say you will marry me. This is my mother's, take it as a symbol
Yours.
Love me as I am, full of frailty and for feminine grace and joy. Love me as I am, full of frailty, to be I indulge my weakness as a genius. It is my right. Alice will forgive me. She is my strength. When I am not master of myself.
Do you compose lines, or do you pine for ends? Dearest poet, so tragically conflicted, to find your soul, you chose to lose it. The arms of so many. So be it. I cannot see any future for us. Was only for now.
So be it. I cannot see any future for us. Our love just cannot endure. Soon I shall turn to America. Dear Alice, the English love me. Perhaps a little too much. I have suffered another severe temptation. Yeah. Yes, they do love me.
the caged bird sings. Ah me, when his wings is bruised and his bosom sore, when he beats his bars and he would be free. It is not a carol of joy or glee, but a prayer that he sends from his heart's deep core. But a plea that upward he flings, I know why the caged bird sings.
Read us a plantation poem.
Must be Miss Alice Ruth Moore. I represent Dodd and Bede, Mr. Dunbar's publisher. How is he? We have been getting reports. Missed poetry readings, reading while intoxicated. We are concerned.
I'm sure those reports are exaggerated. Paul works so hard. You know how much he writes. It comes at a cost. He's not well and needs to rest.
Oh, it's sweeter than the music of an educated band, and hits dearer than the battle songs of triumph in the land. It seems holier than evening when the solemn church bell rings. As I sit and calmly listen while Melindy sings. Tulsa, stop that barking, hear me? Mandy, make that child keep still. Don't you hear the echoes calling from the valley to the hill? Let me listen. I can hear through the breast of angels' wings, soft and sweet. Swing low, sweet chariot, as Melindy sings. All they want to hear is dialect. Dialect. I wish I never written those damned things. They are strangling me.
Let's face it, Mr. Dunbar, the dialect poems brought to your house in Washington, and that nice suit you are wearing. Nobody cares about some Black Byron or Longfellow.
A Black Byron or Longfellow, I have my own identity. You fool! All my work deserves attention, not just the dialect poems.
You must forgive Paul. He is not himself today.
Yes, quite so. You see, Paul, that's what your American audience wants. Well, I think I should leave now. It was nice meeting you, Mr. Dunbar.
Queen Victoria's Jubilee. They lost interest in me. Even I can't compete with the Queen of England. And my agent, well, he was less than honest. I had to come home. I was homesick. London is a great, enough of the English. London is a great city, but New York is even greater. I can write for the English. I belong here. Besides, you all love my poems.
Give us a poem.
Later, let's have another drink.
Yes. Yes, sir. I'm just fine here. Well, Paul, you're a slumming with us poor folks. You won't find any stuck-up poets here. Just low life like me.
That's just fine. My daddy was the same way. He was like you. He liked his drinks too. I ain't so different. I like the girls here, too much highbrow, you know, gives me a headache. I come here to find the rest of me, the part the world would rather not see.
It's a disgrace. Why do you so tarnish my image?
Do you await to scold me or satisfy a lover's passion?
Have you no decency, Paul? You are drunk. You dare come to me in this beastly Cannot, this cannot be. The cultured poet, drunk and savage.
You sound like my mother chastising my father. That is not what I want or expect from you. I am Paul Dunbar, the great poet, and I like to drink, that's all. Everyone knows it, I can't help it. My daddy was the same way.
Your daddy wasn't a famous poet. Well, the great proud poet is haunted by childhood misery and the memories of your crazy drunken father. Who is Paul Dunbar? Do you even know? Who is this man that I am to marry? Are you a poet or a barroom drunk? I love the poet, not this.
Why, who is this man? Why, he's Matilda's ugly little black boy. Who is now the most famous poet in America. Come to me, Alice, let me kiss you. I need your love.
Is it really love you are looking for? Where is the romance? Tell me more.
Only you can save me, Alice.
You must learn to save yourself from your demons. Oh, you are horribly drunk. No, not here. We are the guests of your friend Sally. Go to your room, Paul. No.
To my by my suffering.
You redeemed by your suffering. I am the one bruised and bandaged, who had to see a doctor, receive treatment, medicine.
I know I have done wrong, dreadful wrong. I have dishonored you, and I cannot forgive myself. I have no excuse. My heart bleeds for what I have done. Only let my love somehow condone my weakness.
somebody famous?
Yes, Paul Dunbar. The Reverend told me this morning.
Really? So the rumors are true? Is Alice the bride?
The two writers together at last.
He finally made his choice out of all those women.
Yes, but look, there are no guests, just us witnesses.
This is very strange. None of their well-to-do famous friends is here. And why are they here in New York?
The famous writers are getting married in secret. Is she?
Quiet! They're here.
I hear so much gossip about you and Rebecca in Washington. Yes, let us in know. I want no more nightmares about you and Rebecca.
colored, don't you see? That's why I love her so. There ain't no mix about her. Soon's you see her face, you know, there ain't no chance to doubt her.
So, my dear, you are so disappointed. I bear the flaws of your love on the contours of my body, in the shadows of my soul.
To feel wounded by your lies and deceit, you intoxicated my soul. You made me marry you and elope in disgrace. This is not what I
You claim no convenient romanced offers, telling me your idle boast. What love did you have?
The same love you have, you put your pride in a lie. 'Cause haughty Creole pose is but a fiction to mask your hatred of your race. Is a lie of a bastard half-breed, sprung from the loins of a vagrant white man and a lowly black mother who can't even read. Yet does this disdain my dark skin, the affront, the indignity. 'Tis no wonder I despise you.
Oh, you throw your trust in my face to wound and defeat. You turn my past joys into ugly visions. Is this the love you show the woman you married?
I married you to satisfy my needs. I am a man, not merely a poet. I shall not stare into the face of desire and forgo its promise.
Disgusting, arrogant.
I do not trust women, especially mulatto women. The blood mix does nothing for your sex. You are a woman, and women are vindictive.
Vindictive, vindictive. But I alone carry the scars, the tokens of your love. You drunken brute.
It is a quality which women make snakes have in common. To strike when wounded, regardless of reason, at everything near.
So of my son's reputation is vilified by this woman. This woman who sold herself into a family, this uneasy union is not to prosper. We live
tragically. Paul and I are separated. Last week he came home from a beastly condition. Worse than usual. He had been drunk for days, drinking and coughing blood. I went to help him to bed, and he behaved disgracefully. He left that night, and I was ill for weeks. What happened to the man I married, who wrote me poetry? He still writes, but not for me. Our great literary romance is at a long-awaited end. I now see my choice, perhaps now better than yours. He suffers so much torment. I cannot help him or shame the brutality.
Dear Alice, I don't know how to write to you. For a long time, my heart had something hard and bitter against you. I have tried to hate you, but I write now with love.
lies buried within. The lies of our past turn our radiance to
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out. This was a very difficult endeavor, but I am very happy with it, aren't you? Yes, indeed. This is a wonderful, wonderful piece by a black composer named Richard Thompson. And we must look and support him as he goes along in these endeavors and creates great music for us. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a very sad night for us because you probably have noticed that the head of our board is not here tonight because he lost his wife last weekend. So this is very sad for us, but we dedicate this performance to her, Darlene. I want to take a moment to express special thanks to Melinda Davis, who stepped in the last 10 days and did the road out. Was ill, and so we thrust this role of Paul on Edward Washington. Now, generally, we go somewhere and eat. I don't know where we're going to go and eat. All of this stuff is happening tonight, but I think we'll just kind of wander down to Swahili Village. For those of you who want to join us, I wanted to go to Alicante, but I can't reach him, so I don't know if he's open. So if you would, and if you wish, join us and have a drink on yourselves, and we'll see you there. Thank you last time, but thank you for your support. Thank you so much.